2018 Chrysler Pacifica. This is the L version, not Touring L, baseline L. So this doesn't even have the stow and go seats. It's got the bench in the middle. So one of the challenges that I've had is trying to find the parking light replacement. And I found it pretty quick, but from what I hear, a lot of people are having trouble finding them on these headlights. It's the 3-bulb headlight. It's kind of unusual for the Pacificas of 2018, I think. Or it's only for 2018. I couldn't find the bulb. It's almost impossible to find. So I wound up going with, I don't know if you can see this. This is actually the LED model. So the original bulb is this, try to pull it out as fast as I can, try to keep this video short. The original bulb is an odd shape. And it fits inside the hole, it slides in really well, no issues. But that's the original bulb, and it has this end on it. And it's available on eBay. It was, but I'd rather just buy it through Amazon. So I found this part number, which I already showed you. And this is the LED version. And everything said that it would fit. But I went ahead and tried to install it, and everything worked out real well. So I'm going to show you so you don't have to go through the headache that I went through. Because everybody told me I needed a different bulb. But this is the replacement. It looks good. I'll show you how I did it. Basically, you have the parking light bulb, which is actually right here. And then you have the next bulb up, which I believe is one of your driving lights. And then you have your headlight over here. High beams, probably. But anyway, so if I can show you what I did. First thing is you'll have to remove the upper shroud. So you'll have all of these little tabs to remove. You can see I've removed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these little tabs, and they basically just, you pop the top up and then you lift these out. When you put them back in, you just set them back in, push that down, and then it spreads the little tabs and locks it in place. So it has them all across the top, and normally this would sit flush, but because this piece is so thin, I'm not worried about it. I'll just flex it up rather than spend another 10 minutes trying to pop these little suckers off, possibly stab myself with a screwdriver. Not in the mood. Anyway, so this is what I did. I got my light here kind of holding it up for me, so I got room. So you can look down in here and you can see the back of the socket. So you have your cable that's coming down, running into like a little figure S. If you reach down in here, you can actually bend, not bend, that's a bad word to say, but you can, here, let me go at this angle here, maybe I can better view. So, right there is the head where the bulb plugs into. And as you can see, it's kind of sitting kind of off to the side like a 45 degree. All you do is you grab that housing right there, and then you just pivot it down to where it's straight down, and it pops right out. The other side's the opposite direction, I believe, but it's the same thing. It's at an angle, and then you just basically pivot it down, and it'll pop straight down, and then you can just pull the bulb out. I would do it, but my hands are big, and it's a pain in the butt, and when I got it to go, I was kind of glad this project's done. But then I realized maybe I can help somebody with a video. So I apologize that I'm not physically doing it for you, but that's exactly how I did it. It's right here is where the bulb is. It's got a little socket. It's got a flange. It's got a gasket. You slide the bulb into this little housing on the back side of the headlight, and you're doing that vertically, and then you just pivot it up to the side until it locks. And that resolved the issue. So that is how to replace the turn signal on a 2018 Chrysler Pacifica L model. That's the base model. And that's all it is. The other one is the same situation. You have the light bulb here, and then same thing, you would just pop these screws, lift this up, and then you have the vertical socket that you would pivot to the side. I believe it pivots this way, which is just the opposite of how the right headlight does it. I hope that helps. Once again, basic look at the engine and everything, so you get an idea of what you're working with. This is just a standard base model, but it's a great car. I enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in. I might as well just show the process of putting it back together. So I'm just going to pull this out of the way, flop that down, put my light up here where I can hook it somewhere. Alright. I set all my stuff right here. So I'm just going to slide that in, seat the base, press the top. Like a little mushroom. Slide it down in, press down the top. Pretty simple. If you're missing one or two of these, just try to be strategic in how you place it. I've got two more, so I'm okay. But obviously you don't want to leave that end tab empty if you're missing one. You want to make sure you're holding everything down where it's supposed to be. Alright, and that's the final install of that cover piece. And then for those of you who just have never done this before, all I would do is go under this top cap piece, pry that up just to a general height, and then you can go underneath of this one and lift that out. So it's that simple. And it wasn't that easy earlier, but it was this time, so that's good. Makes it look like I know what I'm doing. Press it down in, press the top down, locks it in. Thank you.